Hello beautiful! Welcome back to my channel. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. I am so excited to have you here. And if you're brand new, hello, my name is Mariah. I would love for you to comment something down below, whether it's just an emoji or you saying hello, just to let me know that you're here and let me know that you're watching, because honestly it is so much fun actually talking to you guys and hearing from you. So I would love to do more of that. So definitely comment below whether you're new or not and just send me something fun. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my personal makeup routine that helps my skin actually glow and look amazing and not just caking on layers and layers of makeup that ends up actually making me break out. If you guys have been there, I know you know the pain. I know you get the struggle of trying to put on makeup to cover acne or cover dryness or cover whatever else is going on with your skin at the moment, only to have it make the problem worse, because I've had that happen for years and years and years. And so what I'm sharing with you guys today is what I actually do to help my skin stay glowy and beautiful. So if that sounds like something that you want to check out, keep on watching. The first step is actually washing my face. I washed it once this morning when I was in the shower, and I actually am gonna go wash it again with you guys. So I'm gonna bring you along for that journey. The skincare that I always use is actually from a company called Arbonne, and the reason that I only use their skincare, makeup, honestly everything, is because it is certified vegan, certified gluten-free, dairy-free, like everything that I could possibly think of that disrupts and angers my skin, they formulate without. And so that's why I only use their products, because I don't have to look at the ingredients every single time to make sure that it's actually not gonna break me out. I can just trust it because that's their entire company-wide policy. So what I'm currently using is this Prep Work RE9 Advanced cleansing polish. Also, orange is my favorite color, so yay for that. It helps take off the makeup, take off excess oil from the day, what other pollutants are on your skin just from being a human and living in modern society. You know, there's pollutants floating around all the time and it just lands on our skin. So washing it the first time helps eliminate a majority of that stuff. And then the second time, it's helping get rid of anything else that is there and opens your skin up to breathe like normal again. That's one of the other things I actually really like about this face wash, is that it doesn't completely strip the skin of oils. So I actually washed my face about maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago, but my skin doesn't feel super dried up like it usually does from normal face washes. And so from what I know, this one doesn't actually like completely disrupt the skin's normal process of producing oil. It tries to help manage it and make it more sustainable and just make it better and make it more regulated so that it functions with your body rather than just fighting it. So even people who have really oily skin, usually that's because your skin is actually super duper dehydrated, so it's overproducing oil to make up for how dry it is. The more you know. The first thing that I do with my skin is actually a combination of things. So I'm actually gonna mix together these two products that I absolutely freaking love. The first one is this hydrating dew cream, and this is from the exact same range, again from Arbonne. And the reason I like this one is because honestly it's just a basic moisturizer that doesn't have anything extra added to it, which makes my skin very happy, because there's nothing to make me break out. Yes. And then the other thing is what's called the Soft Focus Veil. Again, this is from the same range, and the reason that I like this is because it's sort of like a CC cream, which I also use sometimes. But the difference with this is that it actually also functions as a moisturizer. So the reason I mix these two together is to make it just a bit of a lighter CC cream or BB cream, whatever you kind of want to go with there. Arbonne does have a CC cream, like I said, that I use sometimes, but today I'm going to mix these two together because to me, these ones make a really perfect, like, dewy, glowy look, and that is what I would love to go with for today. Let me know. Test stuff out. Something that I didn't realize was as important as I know to be true now is really testing out skincare and makeup and really being open to the process and open to being frustrated when things don't work out perfectly, but taking everything that you learn and everything into consideration to really just change how you look at your skin moving forward. So I don't know if that makes sense, but basically every time that I had my skin break out from a certain skincare or a certain makeup or anything like that, really looking at it as just research and saying like, okay, this didn't work, this had this kind of ingredients, I used it this many times a day, you know, looking at all the possible potential factors and then trying something else and doing the exact same thing. Okay, this didn't work, this is how often I used it, this is the ingredients that were in it, and that really helped me to figure out like, I'm noticing a pattern. When I wash my face this many times a day with these kind of ingredients, this happens. When I wash my face, you know, whatever, when I use this kind of makeup this many times a week, this happens. When I eat this certain food, this happens in my skin. So really just looking at all of it as a huge science experiment. And that's what I would encourage you guys to do. So I'm gonna use some of this hydrating dew cream. That is the first thing that I do. Put a bit on there, and it's probably about the size of like 2 peas. And then some of this soft focus veil, and this also has SPF 30 in it. The other thing that I think is really awesome about this, hopefully you guys can see that, is that everything is botanically based, and so they aren't using just the nasty fake sunscreen that you see in most skincare and most normal sunscreens. They actually use the minerals, and unfortunately I don't know enough about it to really give you guys the full breakdown, but if you go on their website you can learn about it. Basically they use like zinc and whatever other natural things are to create it, rather than just like slapping on a bunch of chemicals that cause cancer, because that's what most companies tend to do, and that's why they sell you sunscreen for like $2 at the store. So fun fact, if you're getting really cheap makeup or really cheap sunscreen, I would recommend not doing that anymore. So you guys saw me just kind of like pat it together, and that mixes it up. And oh my gosh, the other really cool thing that I totally forgot to mention is that with this soft focus veil, also I can't really completely see myself right now. I have like little pieces of myself I can see, so don't judge me right now if this is imperfect. But the really cool thing about this is it actually has, and I can't think of what they're called right now, but I think it's like light reflecting molecules or something like that in it, which basically what that does is it makes it so that it changes and alters to match your skin. So I have friends with really dark skin who have used this, and it matches them perfectly and it looks amazing. And by the way, they can use it like just by itself. I know if you guys saw me putting it in my hand, you probably saw how pale it looks. But like I said, I've had people with like all different kinds of skin tones use it, and it truly does just like blend and match and make you look super duper glowy. So in case that was worrying you and you were like, well, what colors are there? What different shades are there? What can I get for myself? I got you, boo. And so basically the cool thing about both of those is that they're essentially like a superfood cocktail for your skin. So like I said, they're made without a lot of the nasty chemicals that are put in a lot of other companies' products, but they are also made with ingredients that are super duper nourishing and healthy and incredible for really nourishing the skin and making everything incredible. Okay, we are all blended in here. So that is my skin step. And you know, as always, everybody likes to do things differently. You could do that with a beauty blender thingy. You could do it with a brush. I don't know what other methods there are. I'm boring and I like using my fingers because it's just easy, so that's what I do. Quick little drink break. Funny enough, actually, what you put in your body makes just as much of a difference, if not much bigger, to what is going on the outside of your body. Your skin's your largest organ, so you want to stay hydrated. You want to be making sure that you are really supporting your body internally in order for your skin to be looking really incredible. And so what I was just drinking actually is a bit of vegan collagen, and if you're like, how the hell is that possible? Essentially, it encourages your own body to produce more of its own collagen rather than pulling it from an animal source. So it's pretty cool. So I mixed that with this thing called a fizz stick, which is a little energy drink, and that was the blackberry flavor, which is my favorite. It's so good. If I had any zits or any super duper red spots that I wanted to cover, I would just go back in with this CC cream and cover those babies up. So today I do have a pretty nice looking little guy on my chinny chin chin. So we're gonna just literally, I don't know if you guys saw that. There's a tiny bit coming out of here right now. I just went like, boop. Like that's it. That's how like far this stuff goes. I think it's pretty crazy. And I think you guys can tell it has a great amount of cover to it. Okay, I have a couple more on my forehead, so I'm gonna just push a little tiny bit out there. I don't want too much. Last little one down here. I hope you guys are enjoying all of this education. If you are, please comment down below and let me know, because I always find the educational side of this stuff really, really fascinating, but I don't know if I'm the only one and you guys would much prefer to see me just do my face and not talk, or like have fun music playing, or tell you about my life. Like, let me know what you actually prefer to hear about when people are doing their makeup videos, because I have no idea what you guys want to hear about from me. Just in case you guys are curious, this is my big fat makeup collection. Probably pretty underwhelming, I would guess. I'm gonna do my eyeballs and my brows, and then we'll do my lashes and we'll be good. The first thing I'm gonna put on my lashes, which the little description has rubbed off of, is this little eye makeup primer, which is so adorable. Look at it, it's so cute. Gonna put some of that on my eyelids here. Oh, it's really hard to do. Oh my goodness. Again, lazy girl hack. I'm basically going to just put some of this on here and then rub it in with my fingers. So it doesn't really matter how I put it on, as long as I put some on there. Yeah, that's probably more than enough. Again, this one's from Arbonne, and it is also vegan, cruelty-free, all the good stuff. Honestly, it's just supporting the planet, which has me really happy, because anything that I can do that just makes it easy and simple to not only like support people who are genuinely trying to change the world and make humanity and make our planet better, but also make themselves better and educate themselves and make the world a better place. That's just something I want to get behind. So again, even something as simple as this, the eye makeup primer, it also has botanicals in it to really make sure that the delicate eyelids are being supported as much as possible. Actually going to let that sit for a minute. If you think about it, similar to, you know, full face primer, it's really going to be encouraging your eye makeup to actually stay on all day, because I don't know if you guys are just like magical unicorns who've never experienced this or not, but my eye makeup does not stay in place unless I like seriously try to put some effort into making it stay in place, and this is one very simple step that I have found to actually make it stick. Highly, highly recommend. Now I'm gonna do my brows while I let that chill and sit, and I'm not done with my face, don't worry, I just want to do my eyeballs first. As I mentioned, I can't fully see myself unless I get a little bit lower. So like my eyebrows, I can't see them unless I get real low here. I'm actually majorly cheating, or I don't know, going against the rules here. This is not an eyebrow pencil, although I have one. Again, everything has rubbed off of it, so you know, I can't tell you what color it is or anything. I could probably find out. Maybe if I can figure it out, I'll put it down below what color this is, but this is actually just a regular eyeliner. Also from Arbonne, because like I said, I just don't want to put anything else on my face because I don't want those nasty chemicals. Yeah, I've been using this as my eyebrow stuff because I ran out of my pencil. Oh, other end. This is my eyebrow pencil, and you can see it has a teeny tiny little bit left in there, and it is actually like the perfect color. So the colors are very different. This one is actually much more blonde, which I should have, you know, but whatever, we're just going with it. We're just doing whatever works. I was actually just extremely lazy because I ran out of the eyebrow pencil a very long time ago, but I like the actual brush that I'm gonna use in a second here to show you guys. But I felt like it was a waste to get a whole new, you know, pencil with the brush and everything when the brush was still fine. Of course I say that and then I open it and there's a bunch of like hairs on it. I'm not a grub, I swear. Not completely. Okay, maybe I am, but that's okay. Comment below if you're a grub too. So I just love this little pencil that's on the end here, or pencil, brush, eyebrow brush, because I feel like I can be extremely lazy and put my brows on pretty freaking heavy, and then just brush it out and make it all like soft and smooth. Also, if there are any of you watching who are actually really good at brows, please give me all of your tips below, because that is one area that I feel like I need to massively up my game in right now. Not one, there's a lot of areas that I need to up my game in, but especially that one. I'm gonna do another fun part. This one is called a Sheer Glow Highlight Stick, and I don't know if this one is actually still on the website. There's another one that's very similar that you can definitely still get on the website, but essentially what it is there's like a bronzer type thing on one side and then like a highlight on the other side, so it's super duper fun and it smells amazing, so here we go. So I'm gonna just put this on a few select areas here. Let's see. I'm gonna put a lot so that you guys can definitely see it. And as we know, Miss Lazy here just rubs it in with her fingers, as with everything else, because why make life difficult when you can make it easy? I don't go super crazy with highlighting, I just like to kind of put it on a few places to make it fun. And then this side I'm gonna use as more of a blush. You can use it as blush, you can use it as lipstick, whatever you desire. This part always makes me feel like a little kid. Rosy cheeks! And also, like, how freaking easy was that? I've had this for, I feel like a couple months now, and I've hardly used it, so it's definitely gonna go a very, very long way. Again, you could either use a brush or one of those blender thingies that I can't think of what they're called right now, but I like to just use my hand. If you are gonna do it this way, make sure to use the same finger for the same colors. I accidentally mixed them up one time and my nose got really red. Oops. Pink, technically. So now I'm switching fingers. Really, I just kind of go in to like soften the edges of everything a bit. And then there we go, I just rub it into my hands. Very professional here. I'm gonna do a little bit of bronzer. So this one, also from Arbonne, I really, really love it because it doesn't have any orange tones at all. And I'm sure that you guys have all gotten bronzers before that were freaking orange and you had to be super careful about how much you put on because you didn't want to be an Oompa Loompa. With this one, they literally only have one shade of bronzer because it legitimately works for everyone. Like, I have had extremely pale friends who've been able to use it. They just go like one little dab, get rid of it, and then put it on, kind of how I'm doing, because I'm very, very pale for myself right now. And I don't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but all of the brushes are also vegan and they're all from Arbonne. So like I said, it's my one-stop shop. It makes me happy. Let's do these eyes and be done. These are a couple of my very, very natural looking shades, which is what I would like to go with for today. I'm honestly just gonna use these two. Actually, I have a really, really light one that's almost white. There it is. It's also from Arbonne. It's just an older one. Oh, by the way, my bronze that I was just showing you guys, this is how much I have. And this is from like also 4.5 years ago. It lasts a long freaking time. And I do wash my brushes pretty frequently. I don't wear makeup super frequently. I feel like I wash them a couple times a month. Or, wow, I feel like I wash them every couple of months. That's what I meant to say. And I just use the shampoo for that. So, well, I got a little dab of this white eyeshadow. Gonna dab it in the center here. Makeup or eye makeup 101. You always want to push the product into the lid rather than swiping it, because swiping it is basically just like moving around what you're putting on rather than actually putting it into the skin, putting it into the primer that I just put on. Don't you just love the look when you have eyeshadow in your eyelashes? I think it's like the hottest look ever. I think everyone should go for that look. But you know, I guess that's just my personal opinion. More than enough of that. I'm actually gonna grab a different brush here. It's just a little bit bigger. So this was the brush I used to put that white on, and this is like a bigger brush. What does it say? All over eye. So, you know, whatever that means. And this one is shading. So in case you're curious, it actually legitimately does say that on there. So I'm just gonna soften all of that up a bit here. And I also always hear people say that you should do your foundation after you've done your eye makeup, and sometimes I do that, most of the time I don't. You know, that's just my life. Whatever. I'm not very picky with things. If you've seen my hair videos, you know I'm not that picky. I just do my best. I love how gold this one is. It's so like perfect for the holidays which are coming up, which I'm so excited for. I was about to get more eyeshadow and I was like, you know, I probably really don't need more of this. So when I'm actually trying to get rid of a bit of the eyeshadow, I will do kind of the like wiping motion. Yeah, I've got a very harsh line right there. Let's see if I can smooth that out a little bit. I'm sure you guys can see it much better than I can. So if you're curious, that was this inside color right here. And now I'm gonna use a tiny bit of this one on the outside. And so the other thing that I actually will note is that with the eyeshadow primer, something else that's freaking awesome is that using the primer actually makes all of your colors a lot more vivid. If you were to be using actually bright colors, it would make them even brighter. My contact is acting up. Hold please. Like, it's hard to do your eye makeup when your contact isn't actually like allowing you to have things be clear. Okay, I think we're better now. If you were using really, really bright, vivid colors, those would show up brighter. Because I'm using, you know, more neutral colors, these are showing up darker. So this color actually probably does look pretty dark in the camera, but it shows up pretty dark on my skin as well because of the primer, which is absolutely okay. That's what I'm going for today. It's kind of funny, I always laugh when people say that they can't do mascara without making a weird face, because I have no problem at all with that, but sometimes doing my eye makeup I have to make a weird face, as you see right now. I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of that darker color right here underneath my lower lash line. That was probably too much. Okay, so I'm barely gonna touch that on my skin because I don't want that to be too dark. I just want to be able to like smudge it in. Wow, doesn't that make such a big difference? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm gonna see if I can just soften this one up a little bit more. I used to think that I couldn't do this because I've literally always had these little teeny tiny baby wrinkles under my eyes. I think since I was like 13, like it's not wrinkles. I think it's just literally like how my face is shaped. And so I always thought that I couldn't do anything underneath here because every time that I did, it just didn't look good. And then one of my friends recently did my makeup and just did it a different way that I've never done it before. And I actually loved how it came out. So I'm experimenting more with that now and I really, really love it. I'm also working on manifesting these away and having, whether it's a different eye shape or whatever actually physically has to happen in order to just be smooth right here. So stay tuned. If that happens, I will let you guys know how I did it. Final thing here is mascara, again from Arbonne. This one is called Speaks Volumes, as I'm sure you guys can see, and it's freaking amazing. I love it so much, and you're about to see why I love it so much. And like, everyone who's used it is super obsessed. I'm not crazy about the brush, but I think it's just because I'm still adjusting to it. So the reason I love this is because it goes so freaking far without you really doing much. One coat, just one single coat. Like, what? That is nuts, right? It's nuts. Let me find a good way to do this here. Well, now I'm thinking my boyfriend needs to take me out tonight because I just did all this work. The very last thing I'm gonna do is my lips, and I haven't completely decided what I'm gonna do for that yet. So I'm gonna show you guys the options and then whichever one I end up actually going with. Option number one, I've got chapstick. I'm actually gonna put on just a tiny bit of that really quick because I find that putting on chapstick does make anything else stay on better. So I have this smoothed over lipstick, also from Arbonne, and this one is Magnolia. So I'll show you guys this part. This is another one that's quite old, so the color might not be on the site anymore. This is what it looks like. It's a really pretty pink color, but I feel like it's still a natural-ish looking pink. It's a bit more pink than my lips. And then I have this gloss that is Kaya. It's a lighter pink, again with like gold shimmers. And then I have basically the same thing. This one's called Sahara. It's basically the same thing but with gold shimmers instead of silver shimmers. And again, it's all botanically based. Everything is made from natural things mixed with science, essentially. So this isn't made with like lead that's in a lot of other lipsticks. Or I have this one, which I actually don't even know what either side is called because the stickers have fallen off of both, but it's also from Arbonne, and one end is a gloss and one end is a matte lipstick, but both of them have this kind of applicator thingy, whatever you call those. I'm just taking a look at myself over here and realized I really need to smooth out these eyeballs more. We're just gonna say that. Because the eyes are pretty dark, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go all in and go with the darker matte lipstick for today. I can remember or figure out what the color of this is. I will put it down below for you guys. Because I went a little too crazy there, I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen up the bottom of my lips here with a bit of the CC cream and this foundation brush that's meant to be for liquid foundation. Okay, and that is my final look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you commented below and had an actual conversation with me as you were watching this video, because like I said, I genuinely want to hear from you guys. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notifications so that you get alerted every single time that I upload. I'm working on making fun videos for you guys, so let me know what you would like to see more of down below. One final thing, Brad Mondo is so spot on. He always says that when people with crazy colored hair actually also have like vibrant makeup, it just makes the whole look completely pop. Oh my god, he's so right. Like, wow, I look so different and I love it. So you're right, Brad Mondo.